humongous box, a cardboard box at this book sale, and you were able to fill that entire box with books, and then it was like $30 for the whole box. And then a couple of them my mom found at like Goodwill, Value Village, Salvation Army, those kind of like thrift stores, and they're like 30 cents, or I think if she goes on senior day, it's like 10 cents for the books. So my parents have been sending these for the little library, and I'm just excited to put these ones out. I've been saving them for this coming October time, so let's take a look. This one is Holes. I imagine most people have probably heard of this one, or at least seen the movie. It was really popular. It had, oh my gosh, his name just escaped my mind. He's so, Shia. Is it Shia LaBeouf? Or, I don't know, you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna have to Google that. I can't think of his name now. It's close to that, though. This is by Louis Sagar. I'm not sure how to say that. I probably butchered the name, but that's my best guess. And what is this award? It's a John Newbery Medal. Newbery Award. I liked this book. We read it, I think it was either 4th or 5th grade. We read it in school. The movie's good too. Okay, so Stanley Yelnats is under a curse that began with his no-good, dirty, rotten, pig-stealing great-great-grandfather and has since followed generations of Yelnatses. Now Stanley has been unjustly sent to a boys' detention center, Camp Green Lake, where the boys build character by spending all day, every day, digging holes exactly 5 feet wide and 5 feet deep. There is no lake at Camp Green Lake, but there are an awful lot of holes. It doesn't take long for Stanley to realize that Camp Green Lake isn't what it seems. Are the boys digging holes because the warden is looking for something? But what could be buried under a dried up lake? It's up to Stanley to dig up the truth. So I feel like it's perfect for like October, because he's got a curse on him, plus it's like the mystery of what's happening, why are they digging the holes and stuff. That'd be fun. I know a lot of the kids here at school, they need to write a book report once a month, and so I was trying to put books out there for like the October month that would be kind of fun for them to do book reports for this time of year, you know. We have a couple kids in the neighborhood that I know for a fact use the little library to find the books they need for their book reports. And like this one kid, he's so cute. He left us a little note in the little library asking if he could let one of his friends borrow a book he just read from the library, because his friend doesn't live in our neighborhood, but he goes to our school and to his school. And I was like, oh, of course he can borrow the book. Like, yeah, any of your friends at school can borrow a book. And he was like, I'll make sure I'm responsible for returning the book to the library. I'm like, okay, I trust you. So funny. He had put like on the note, he put little check boxes like yes or no if it was okay for his friend to borrow the book. So funny. Okay, so this one is the first of like a series. It's called Rule. And the front says 3 sisters, 3 deadly secrets. Only one can wear the crown. It's by Ellen Goodlet. I thought the cover was very like spooky, like October kind of looking. So it says, family either strengthens or kills you, nothing in between. Sophie has spent her entire life traveling the kingdom with her people. She would do anything to protect them, but no one can ever find out how far she's already gone. Akela was raised in the East, surrounded by whispers of rebellion and abused by her father. Desperate to escape, she makes a decision that threatens the whole kingdom. Ren grew up in the royal court, serving as a lady's maid and scheming her way out of the servants' chambers. But she could be hanged for treason if anyone ever discovers what she's done. When the king summons the girls to his deathbed, they each expect to be arrested or even executed. Instead, they learn the truth. They are his illegitimate daughters, and one must become his new heir. But someone knows their darkest secrets, and that someone will stop at nothing to keep the sisters from their destiny to rule. I thought it sounded kind of like interesting with like all the mystery involved. A good like October mystery type of book. And it has definitely one book after it. It's called Rise, the second one. I don't know if there's like another one after that. When my parents were at the book sale at the library, there was like these ladies. One of them used to be a teacher, and my mom was like, help me pick out books that are like good for the kids. Because she, hasn't had a young child in a long time. I'm 33, so it's been a while. So she doesn't know like what the kids are reading, And she was like, help me find some good books. And this teacher was like pointing out all the good stuff to her. This one is pretty, like the cover is really cool looking, I think. This is the Maze Runner. I'm sure probably a lot of people have heard of this one too because of the movie. This is by James Dashner. And there are 3 more books in this series. The Scorched Trials, The Death Cure, and The Kill Order. So it says, if you ain't scared, you ain't human. When Thomas wakes up in the lift, the only thing he can remember is his name. He's surrounded by strangers, boys whose memories are also gone. Nice to meet you, Shank. Welcome to the glade. Outside the towering stone walls that surround the glade is a limitless, ever-changing maze. It's the only way out, and no one's ever made it through alive. Everything is going to change. Then a girl arrives, the first girl ever, and the message she delivers is terrifying. So it has like a spooky element. So I thought that would be a good one. So when I change the books out that are in the library, like I swap them out. I have a store of books in the basement to change out like seasonally for the library. And when I change them out, I put a big sign right next to it that says like new books, come check it out. And so I'll have to do that when I change them out for these ones. Okay, so this one is Not Your Villain by C.B. Lee. Not Your Villain. This is a neat cover as well. Being a shapeshifter is awesome. Belle's Brossard thought he had it made when his superpowers manifested early. Being a shapeshifter is awesome. He can change his hair whenever he wants, and if putting on a binder for the day is too much, he's got it covered. But that was before he became the country's most wanted villain. After discovering a massive cover-up by the Heroes League of Heroes, Bells and his friends Jess, Emma, and Abby set off on a secret mission to find the resistance. Meanwhile, power-hungry former hero Captain Anne Orion is on the loose with a dangerous serum that renders metahumans powerless, and a new militarized robotic threat emerges. Sometimes to do a hero's job, you need to be a villain. Sounds good. Alright, so the next one, these next ones coming up are for like younger kids. This one is called Desmond Cole, Ghost Patrol, the Sleepwalking Snowman. Since it had ghost in the title, that was pretty obvious to me. Although it could be a good winter one too, because of the snowman, but... So, there's snow in the air and a new mystery on the loose when a local kid builds the perfect snowman and comes to life, and not in a sing-along frosty kind of way. Can Desmond Cole chill this overgrown snowball out? Thumpity thump thump, it's the sleepwalking snowman. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So cute. I love this. Spooky, but hopefully not too scary. Okay, and then we've got, oh, this one's not for super young kids. It's more of like 12 to 17, I would say. This one's The Witch of Blackbird Pond. Having witch in the title, need I say more? Perfect for Halloween time. It's by Elizabeth George Spear. Orphaned Kit Tyler knows, as she gazes for the first time at the cold, bleak shores of Connecticut Colony, that her new home will never be like the shimmering Caribbean islands she left behind. In her relatives' stern Puritan community, she feels like a tropical bird that has flown to the wrong part of the world. A bird that is now caged and lonely. The only place where Kit feels completely free is in the meadows, where she enjoys the company of the old Quaker woman known as the Witch of Blackbird Pond, and on occasion her young sailor friend Nat. But when Kit's friendship with the witch is discovered, Kit is faced with suspicion, fear, and anger. She herself is accused of witchcraft. Did you guys have to read this one, like in school when you were younger? Because I read this one, I think like maybe 6th grade. It was good. Okay, I've got some Ninja Turtle books. So this one is cool. It's actually 2 books in one. So the first book is about Leonardo, and then you turn it over and start reading from the other side, and it's about Donatello on this side. So it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Origin, Leonardo. And there's like some pictures in the front, which are kind of fun. So it says, serious and dedicated, Leonardo is the leader of the turtles. He trains continuously, hoping to become the ideal martial artist. Unfortunately for the moment, he's an inexperienced teen with 3 smart aleck brothers, which often often leaves him feeling frustrated. And then Donatello's side. Looks like this. And it says, Donatello is the team's brilliant inventor. He can make amazing gadgets, weapons, and vehicles with items scavenged from the trash. Donatello likes order and logic, and he can't stand it when his brothers mess with his stuff. These look so fun to me. I know some of the kids are going to love these, like especially the boys in this neighborhood. They're going to love these Ninja Turtle ones. I have this one too. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Michelangelo, The Haunted House. I love their pizza. Alright, so it says, it is by Stephen Murphy. Meet the young Michelangelo, turtle hero. Michelangelo loves to have fun. After fixing up a skateboard, he takes a trip on his own to Coney Island. While riding on his board, he finds a spooky ride where many kids enter, but they don't come out. Can Mike free these lost boys, or is the haunted house really haunted? Perfect for Halloween. And then I have a classic. This is The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, but it's like retold for like a younger kids to be able to read it, because the original, Washington Irving is very, it's more difficult to read because it's kind of older English and very like proper eloquent writing. So this is like retold in a way that kids can read it easily. So The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. This is one of my favorite Halloween stories of all time. I love The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I listen to it every year in October on Audible. I believe it is still included with your membership section, so you don't have to use credits to listen to it. So good. If you've not had the chance to actually listen to the original story or read it, I highly recommend. The movie, of course, is awesome. I love the version with Johnny Depp. So it says, beware the headless horseman. Ichabod Crane loves nothing more than telling ghost stories, but Ichabod is terribly afraid of ghosts and would never want to meet one, especially the spooky headless horseman of Sleepy Hollow. So cute. Alright, so then I have this one. The Dream Traveler's Quest. It's a series, and this is number 2. It's The Curse of Shadow Man. Nice and spooky. This is Ted Decker and Kara Decker are the authors. Okay. So, what if you could find a way to enter another reality full of wild and life-changing adventure? And what if every time you fell asleep, you woke up in that other reality? Welcome to the world of Theo Dunnery, a 12-year-old boy who feels alone and full of fear when he stumbles on an ancient book that draws him into another world. In that world, he learns he must complete a quest to find the 5 seals of truth if he is to conquer his fears. Facing great odds and many enemies, Theo sets off on the adventure of a lifetime to discover who he really is as the son of Elon and overcome the darkness that has haunted him for so long. Join Theo on the Dream Traveler's Quest, one story told in 4 chapter books, and discover the truth for yourself. So I have number 1 in this series in the library right now. So hopefully anybody who read that one will want to grab this one next. Is it just me, or does this scene on the front remind you of like Harry Potter? Like the Forbidden Forest with Voldemort and I don't know. Like going into the book, like the second Harry Potter where he's writing to Tom Riddle in the diary and he kind of goes into the book. It's kind of giving me all those vibes. Okay, so this is Knight's Castle. I love the cover. Like, I love this cartoon art. It just feels super cute. This is by Edward Eager. Okay, if the toy soldier hadn't come to life, Roger would never have discovered the magic, and that would never have happened if he and his sister Anne hadn't been sent to stay with their bossy cousins for the summer, and that wouldn't have happened at all if their father hadn't gotten sick and gone to the hospital. But all of that did happen, and now Roger, his sister, and their cousins find themselves in a bygone world of chivalry, knighthood, of Robin Hood and Ivanhoe. In this knightly realm, they can make a difference and perhaps even save the person they most need to save, if only they are smart and brave enough, if only they are true to their hearts. So this reminds me of like the Narnia series, in a way. Okay, so then I have some Nancy Drew mysteries. This is the Nancy Drew Diaries, Once Upon a Thriller by Carolyn Keene. So, Dear Diary, all I wanted to do was buy a new book, read and relax. But when Bess, George, and I visited the local bookstore in Avondale, we found it in flames, and before we knew it, we were in the middle of another mystery. Or was it the middle of one of the best-selling author Lacey O'Brien's books? I know it sounds really strange, but it seemed like the mysteries in her books were actually coming alive. First the fire, next a sinking boat, and then a mystery statue. Were they innocent coincidences or chilling crimes? So the next one, Nancy Drew Diaries, The Haunting on Heliotrope Lane, also by Carolyn Keene. Dear Diary, I'm not one to believe in ghost stories, but there have been rumors saying the house on Heliotrope Lane is haunted. I thought that's all it was, rumors, until I went there myself. It all started when my classmate Willa asked for my help. Her friend had been acting weird ever since they visited the house, and Willa was worried her friend was possessed. Bess, George, and I went to check it out. I know this sounds crazy, but I swear I saw something looking at me from the basement window. Is there really a ghost haunting the house on Heliotrope Lane? It sounds so good. And the last one I have is Nancy Drew Diaries, Famous Mistakes by Carolyn Keene. So, Dear Diary, Ned was so excited to interview the comedian Brady Owens for his podcast, Ned Talks. I tagged along to help with the interview, but when we went to Brady's hotel room, we found it completely trashed. Brady tried to pass it off as just some bad luck, but the director of the arts complex was worried and threatened to call off the show. The director agreed to let Brady perform, but only if I solved the case before the show. The trouble is that my only clue is a missing gold button. Am I in over my head this time? Those sound so cute. I love mysteries. Okay guys, well that was all